Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Rattler working out of the gun. Being chased out left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And he is going to have a Saints first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 50 yards. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Buying time to his left.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first carry for Amir Abdullah.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. then that's a whole different situation. But I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Saints 7, Raiders nothing.
The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Here we go.
Up the middle, Abdullah. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They go with Abdullah again. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Ritter. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Turner. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. They'll give up the gut to Abdullah. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amir Abdullah. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the 2nd quarter now, and we've only had 1 drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, 1-up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. From the gun, here's Rattler. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Here we go.
To the air is Rattler. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
A gain of 12 yards. Brings up 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Rattler. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now Rattler. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready. Blue strike. Hut, hut.
And Rattler, he'll throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Ritter will set up to throw it. Out to his left. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Ritter. Over the middle, and Mayer hauls it in. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Ritter now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Ritter to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders would extend their lead here just before halftime.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Ritter will throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Here's Rattler. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Second half starts with a run by Abdullah. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now,
Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll leave them with a third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Ritter back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. DJ Turner. 61 yards. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Rattler wants to throw it. Forced out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 4th down, here's Rattler. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Throwing is Rattler. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A handoff to Abdullah. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now again, this is Abdullah. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Abdullah. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Back to throw. Ritter. A dump off for Abdullah. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That's...
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The kicker, Blake Groupie, set to start it. And off we go from Ford Field. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. First and 10. Goff going to open up with a throw. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And he will go all the way. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Looking to throw to get started, it's Rattler. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it will fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
To throw, it's Rattler. Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's Rattler. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, New Orleans. Rattler now back to throw. Hit as he threw it. Pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup, 7. It sets up 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Rattler. He'll try to run for it. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3. They'll run here with Kamara. And they are all over that on defense. Good search. Drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line. So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we return. It's the Lions. Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Valdez-Scantling on the move. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And that is not going to work out as planned. A tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try and run. Here's Kamara. And good work there by the defense. They stop him at the 9 to force 4th down. Here comes Blake Grupe for this field goal try. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Saints are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Paulson Adebo is there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. One more time for Montgomery. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Mario Davis there on the play. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Now Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And that screen slowed to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. That's taken in.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure if this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rattler. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rattler. His pass taken in by Shaheed. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now on 3rd and long. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
From from the 39. Here's a 1st and 10. Goff to throw. Now pass deep for St. Brown. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, New Orleans. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Rattler going to throw. To the left side. In the hands of Hill. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick 1st down.
Appreciate the pick.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
He's going to air this one out. Looking for Hill. And the Lions are going to have it just past their 25.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Ric Flair. Louis.
They'll go play action with Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Goff. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for the Lions. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. Bait snap for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions are on top. It's 14-10. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Okay, ready?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets that complete to Cedric Wilson. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. That one into the hands of Hill. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Really nice job here by the tight end, understanding that if you're not open, get open. And if you are open, stay open. He found a nice void in the zone on the backside of the defense, friendly to the quarterback. Nice pickup.
He lets one go, looking for Shaheed.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, and at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That's over the middle and taken in by Valdez-Scantling. A gain there of 16 yards.
Thank you.
It's good for a Saints first down. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
What make you assume I'm a midget?
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to the air one more time. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Well, I'm throwing straight D balls on your head.
Here's a toss to the right for Kamara. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. They'll look to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Yeah, you're going to throw a pick trying to win the game.
He'll drop to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. They'll let the fullback try to push the pile. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Saints. Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. This is first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
That's good for the Lions.
To throw is Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Here's second down.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Third down and 4.
Throwing, Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. A run with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down. The Lions call their first timeout. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. First and goal, and here's Montgomery. A short game, down to the 7. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go. Now, second and goal. Goff. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Here's Bates for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up for first and 10. Rattler now back to throw. That's deep for Olave. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Amik Robertson.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And we are underway from the Superdome.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Throwing is Rattler.
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A very solid gain of 27.
I'm sure after he caught the ball and looked up, he thought to himself, uh-oh, trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43.
From the shotgun, Rattler.
Dancing to his left. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Here's Rattler.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Now Rattler.
And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
To the air is Rattler.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
That is caught inside the 5.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Rattler wants to throw it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 3 yards out.
And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon.
Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On play action, Allen.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Well, it's certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
They're going to look to throw. Finding Taysom Hill complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll go. Here's Rattler. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Allen off the bootleg. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On play action, Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get into his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Allen going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Play action. Now Rattler. A quick slant to Hill. And he's got this down to the 35. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Rattler working out of the gun. Steps away to his left. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Being chased out left. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Coleman, the man in motion right. From the gun, it's Allen. And this is Cook with the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a 2nd and 6. They run the counter with Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Quentin Morris, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, it took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this 3rd quarter, and now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the second half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback.
It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's Allen. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Here now, 2nd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That time